Welcome to Rustic Rad, where we break down survival and outdoor skills you can depend on. In this video, we're diving into how to build a reliable shelter without any tools, just using what nature provides. Whether you're lost in the wild, caught in a sudden storm, or testing your bushcraft skills, this video will show you how to stay dry, warm, and protected. Imagine being lost in the wilderness with no tent, no tools, and nightfall just hours away. What would you do? Could you build a shelter using nothing but what nature provides? Let's get into the fundamentals that turn sticks and leaves into life-saving cover. The Stuffy Box. The Snuggie Box is a simple and effective emergency shelter inspired by Tony Nestor's pine needle recliner. It's the smallest and easiest shelter on this list, designed to be built quickly using only natural forest debris for insulation and warmth. This type of shelter is ideal when you don't have any tools, daylight is running out, and you need to stay warm fast. To build the Snuggie Box, the first thing you need is a large, sturdy tree. This tree will serve as the backrest of your shelter and help anchor it in place. Then you'll need to gather a variety of fallen branches and sticks in different sizes, along with a large amount of forest debris like dry leaves, pine needles, and other plant matter. Start by building a low box with 3 sides using the branches. The open side should face away from the wind and allow you to climb in easily. The box should be long enough to fit your legs and high enough to let you sit with your back comfortably against the tree. Stack the branches in a crisscross Lincoln log pattern to make the structure stable. Fill in any large gaps with smaller sticks to help hold in the leaves later. Once the frame is ready, begin covering the outside with leaves and other dry material. This step takes time, about 30 to 45 minutes, so be patient. Use your hands, your feet, or even a broken branch as a makeshift rake. The outer layer of leaves should be at least 2 feet thick to create effective insulation from the cold. Next, fill the inside of the box with a thick pile of leaves. This inner layer should be around 6 to 8 inches deep. It acts like a mattress, keeping your body from touching the cold ground and helping retain heat. After you get inside the Snuggie Box, pull more leaves over your body like a blanket, leaving only your face exposed. This shelter is very warm because the leaves trap heat and block cold air. It's easy to make if forest debris is available, doesn't require any tools, and holds body heat well. However, it's not great for camouflage, requires a lot of leaves, and doesn't allow much movement. Still, when you're cold, unprepared, and running out of time, the Snuggie Box could save your life. Lean-to with a downed tree. This cover is better than the Snuggie Box because it protects better from rain, is built stronger, and fits in better with its surroundings. You still don't need any tools to make it, but it does take a little more time and stuff. The main support for this shelter is a tree that fell down naturally. It's a good choice for beginners because it's easy to build and works well. This lean-to sloped shape helps water drain away naturally and keeps body heat in better than open-style shelters. The wall's angle keeps the inside dry and warm by blocking wind. To begin, find a tree that has been cut down and has a thick, solid trunk. Check to see if the tree is dead or full of bugs. Do not walk on punky logs in which are soft and easily broken. They are also often home to snakes or insects. Once you've found a good tree, lean back strong. Long branches 45 to 60 degrees against it. These are your main ribs that support you. Line up branches next to each other to make a sloped wall. Start at one end of the tree and work your way along its length. Then make a lattice of thinner sticks and place them across the ribs to help hold leaves and other things in place. Next, it's time to cover the frame with things from the forest. You have to work hard at this part to stay warm and dry. You can use small pieces of bark, dry leaves, grass, or even flowers and grass. It should be at least 2 feet thick to keep water out and heat in. As much as possible should be packed together so that it doesn't blow away and should reach the ground to keep drafts out. Don't forget the shelters inside. As a bed, add a few inches of grass or leaves. This layer will help keep your body warm and protect you from the cold ground. The cover should be just big enough for you to lie down and crawl inside. This helps your body warm up faster by keeping the room small. This shelter is better than the Snuggie Box because it has more space, better rain protection, better heat retention, and better concealment. On the other hand, it takes longer to build and can be hard to get in without damaging the building. This lean-to is great because it is simple, warm, and safe, everything you need in a survival situation without tools. the Hole of the Hobbits. This shelter is the most advanced and time-consuming option on the list. It offers the best long-term protection, excellent rain resistance, and outstanding stealth, but it also requires more effort, careful planning, and a good amount of physical work. It's known as the Hobbit Hole, and unlike the other shelters, it uses the ground itself as part of the structure. When built into a natural dip or hollow in the earth, this design becomes harder to spot and gains natural insulation and wind protection from the surrounding terrain. To build the Hobbit Hole, you'll need to start with a small depression in the ground. Make sure this spot is not a dry creek bed or any place where water might collect when it rains. A slight hill, the side of a slope, or a shallow dip in a wooded area is ideal. You'll also need large logs for the frame, smaller sticks for support, and a large amount of dry forest debris like leaves, pine needles, and moss for insulation and camouflage. Begin construction by laying down large branches and fallen logs in an arch or dome shape over the depression. This forms the main structure of your shelter. Think of it like a frame that covers the top and sides of the hole. Then, layer smaller sticks across this frame to create a lattice. This net-like support helps hold the leaves and debris in place, keeping them from sliding off. Next, it's time to start gathering debris, a lot of it. This part will take 2 to 3 times longer than the Snuggie box. You'll need to cover the top, sides, and even the area around the outside edge of the shelter with leaves and other material. This thick layer keeps heat in, sheds water away, and helps blend the shelter into its surroundings. From a distance, it should look like a natural pile of forest floor debris, not like something a person built. Inside, you'll want to lay down a thick bedding of leaves or grass to insulate yourself from the cold ground. You can also use bark or dry material to line the inner walls if needed. The shelter is low to the ground, so you'll have to crawl inside, but once you're in, it's warm, quiet, and well hidden. This type of shelter is perfect for situations where stealth is important, like evasion or long-term survival. It keeps you warm, dry, and out of sight. However, it does take a lot of time and energy to build, especially if you're doing it alone. And if you choose a poor location, like a low-lying area, you risk flooding. The Hobbit Hole is best when you have time, possibly help, and the need for a shelter that offers serious protection and concealment. In survival situations, your priorities should be warmth first, shelter second, and stealth third. Knowing how to build shelters like these without tools or rope can mean the difference between a cold, dangerous night and a safe, warm morning. Practicing ahead of time will give you the confidence and speed to make quick decisions. And once you've built one, you'll never look at a pile of leaves the same way again. Like, subscribe, and follow Rustic Rad for no-nonsense survival, gear reviews, and outdoor tips that could one day save your life. Stay ready, stay rad.